Welcome back to the deep dive. Our mission here, as always, is pretty straightforward. We dive into a stack of really important, sometimes complex source material. We pull out the essentials, the core stuff, and turn it into knowledge you can actually use. And today we're doing a very specific deep dive. This one's for you if you're gearing up for those big aviation regulatory exams, the ATPL theory exams.
Yeah, that's right. And when you're tackling the ATPLs, especially things like flight planning, navigation,
Yeah.
look, just memorizing stuff isn't going to cut it. You need to really get the concepts, and you need to be spot on with some pretty complex calculations. So our focus today is something absolutely non-negotiable. For safety, for the rules, is the point of equal time. You'll see it written as PET, sometimes ETP, sometimes CP.
Right. And we're not just going to, throw the formula at you and call it a day. Our mission here is to really break it down. We'll look at the physics behind it, the maths, why it's so vital for things like extended range operations, ETOPS. And crucially, we're going to slow down and walk through the exact kind of calculation traps that examiners, well, they seem to love setting these, don't they?
They certainly do. The aim here is rapid, precise knowledge. We want to make sure you can confidently use the rules for calculating the PGAs. That means knowing how to do it under normal, all-engine conditions and in that critical engine failure scenario. We want to equip you not just to, tick the box on the exam, but to actually understand the safety thinking behind these calculations.
Okay, then, let's get into it. We are going to nail the point of equal time. All right, first things first. Terminology. Because, let's be honest, in aviation exams, you can't always count on them using the same term every time. So what exactly is this point of equal time? What are we defining here?
Yeah, the definition itself sounds pretty simple, but the implications are huge. The PET is a specific spot, a position, along your planned flight track. It's somewhere between two suitable airfields, let's say your departure airfield, airfield A or home, and your destination airfield B or on. And the key is, from that exact spot, the time it would take your aircraft to fly to either airfield A or airfield B is exactly the same.
Okay, so it's about time, not necessarily distance, a temporal thing. And I noticed, the source material flips between point of equal time, PET, critical point, CP, and equal time point, ETP. Why so many names, and why is it so important for someone taking the ATPL to know all three?
You just have to know them because, well, the examiners use all of them. It's as simple as that. PET is maybe more common in older texts. ETP you see a lot in modern regulatory stuff, EASA, FAA documents. And critical point, CP, well, that name really tells you something, doesn't it? It stresses how important, how high stakes this location is. But fundamentally, they all mean the exact same thing. The point where the flight time back home equals the flight time onward. If you only learn one term, you're really missing a question just because they used a synonym you didn't recognize. Not worth it.
Okay, fair point. So why does the pilot need this point calculated before they even take off? What's the practical use mid-flight?
Well, its main job is safety and enabling really quick decisions when things go wrong. Think about the kind of emergencies that demand an immediate diversion, engine failure, obviously, a major fire you can't contain, rapid decompression, some catastrophic system failure. In those situations, the single most critical thing is time. Getting the aircraft onto a suitable runway as fast as humanly possible. The PET gives the pilot that instant answer. Will turning back save time? Or will continuing forward save time? It's the immediate gonna-go point that cuts down the time you're exposed to whatever the emergency is.
Right, which brings us to that core concept, the one that seems to trip people up initially, the difference between time and distance. We're so used to thinking in nautical miles, tracks, distances, but the PET, you're saying, is purely defined by time.
Absolutely. This is the bit we really need to hammer home. Again and again. PET is a time problem. It's all driven by the aircraft's ground speed, how fast it's actually moving over the ground. The physical distance you'd fly back home from the PET will only be the same as the distance you'd fly on from the PET if, and this is a big if you're in completely still air, zero wind. The second wind gets involved, those distances, they become uneven. But the flight times have to stay equal. That's...
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best